Alright, welcome everyone, we're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we're here for
Mushoku Tensei, Season 1, Episode 23.
Alright.
Season finale.
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy!
Yeah, so let's find out where Rudeus is gonna go next. Is he
Good
going
luck, son.
to try and basically find someone like specific, or is he going to
yell at the man god a bit?
Yell at the sky and hope that the man god, talks to him?
How much of a negative downward spiral is he going to go on? How quickly will he pick himself back up from that?
What kind of stuff will they establish for the next season?
Yep.
Because the next season has been announced to be in production for at the very least a little bit. We also have just the idea that we could go a little bit, omniscient, like third-person perspective, because that's what we did back when the cataclysm thing happened, and we saw a little bit of just characters that are
touch base with other locations of the world. And,
yeah, exactly. That could be a cool way to round off the season. But also, we could just have a single episode focused on Rudeus and where he's at, and that's about it. That could also work really well. But yeah, he's home alone.
But it's not a home no more.
Nope.
His home left.
Yeah. So, y'all, without further ado, let's get into this. Oh, okay.
Oh shit. All right. Yeah, let's see this.
They gonna talk much?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. People trying to rebuild. Yeah. That's thematically appropriate.
Yep.
Yeah. Wow.
Nice.
Cool.
Yeah. You aren't the only ones. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Oh. This is gonna hit different. Oh, flashing back.
Okay.
Parents are trying.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh. Oh.
What you gonna do, buddy?
Oh no.
You did everything you could be expected to do.
Yeah. Oh, let's catch up with everybody. Oh.
訓練なんて隠さなくて何も怖くなかったわ。ルーデウスがいたから。
スペルド族だ。スペルド族？って、
Uh-oh.
スペルド族なんて初めて見たぜ。額に
Yeah, show him. Yeah, take it off, yeah.
だからルーデウスが死んじゃうなんて私考えもしなかった。
Oh.
何も
Oh, yeah, that's also what brought this about.
いつもルーデウスに頼ったばっかり。
Shit, yeah.
これが恐ろしくないのか。いやいや、今しがた助けられておいてないでしょ。
ひどいことをしたわ。ルーデウスの手、私より小さかった。私、ルーデウスを愛してる。いつかまた会いに行くわ。修行して竜神を倒せるくらいになったら、今度は私がルーデウスを守るの。
Wow. Yeah. Feeling like he's drowning. Oh, Aisha and Lilia? Yeah.
That's right. There's a lot of people thinking about him.
Oh my god, geese!
Hey!
Ugh. Oh wow! 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 Wait! Kishirika's with them! Ah!
The distended belly from all the beer.
Then she's making out with someone in the back. Ah!
Oh my god.
Oh no.
お金も持たずにダメじゃないですか。まったく。まあまあ。
Oh my.
必ずお金を返してもらいますからね。そうじゃったな。
Oh yes, yes.
じゃが、わらわは
Shirika Kishirisu!
じゃあ私の代わりに陛下のその目でしてもお願いします。
Oh.
たった一つの願いを他人のために使うあっぱれなやつじゃ。ルーデウス・グレイラットという人物の行方不明の家族で。
She's gonna be like, what?
よし、わかった。
Oh. Oh my god.
Wow.
What? What? Oh, Paul! Oh. Oh. Yeah, it's okay. It's okay.
お父さん、
No.
お母さんは
We'll find her.
様からお聞きしておりましたが、やはりまだ。
お母さんはお兄ちゃんを待ってるんだ。
Mm.
だからきっともうすぐ一緒に帰ってくるよ。
父親とメイドと娘二人はミリシオンで元気にしておるようじゃな。本当ですか？母親。
Oh, shit.
Oh.
What the hell?
Shit.
ちとよく見えんな。ベガリット大陸の迷宮都市ラパンじゃ。つまり
Bagarit continent.
Okay.
おお、ルーデウスは超大陸におるぞ。ずいぶんと落ち込んだ顔をしておる。
Wait.
Oh my god. I love how she just pops into the story and then pops back out.
Yeah.
なぜゼニスは生きているの 絡を取ってないのかしら。
Yeah.
何か事情があるのかも。
Something not so good, yeah.
落ち込んでいるというのは少し心配ですが。ルディならば必ず自分。
Yeah, yeah.
That's right.
Come on.
この人は俺に手を差し伸べてくれていた。拒絶してしまった。あいつもこいつも俺をバカにしてる。でももう遅い。手を差し伸べてくれる人もいなくなった。もういいじゃないか。
No, it doesn't matter.
いいじゃないか。
Come on, buddy. Come on. Oh.
目つぶしは反則だろう。
どんな手を使ってでもやえって言ったのは父様じゃないですか。片付けは僕がやっておくので休んでいてください。そう？じゃあルディに任せようかしら。はい。父様はさっさと床を掃除してください。
Oh. So is this Zenith's? Is this Zenith's like memory?
大好きよ。
Or is this him remembering it? Yeah.
Hmm.
行かなきゃ。
Whoa.
俺はゼニスを探さないと。
Yeah, there we go.
Holding on to his holy
Yep.
relic. Oh,
Wow. Oh, that's beautiful. Ah. Cool. Oh. Oh.
All right.
Oh.
all right.
Oh.
ルーデウス・グレイラットですか。5歳で水星級魔術師、しかも無縁症って。
作り話もそれだけ持っていると逆に面白いな。
あなたはこれが作り話ではないとそう言って
Sylphie?
Oh shit. Yeah.
僕にとっては恩人であり師匠であり友達でもあるけど。
Whoa.
そうですね。一言で言えば一番尊敬している人です。
Oh, cool.
Oh my god.
Oh, sweet.
Holy shit, I love this show.
That's a great ending.
That is a
That is a
fantastic
fantastic
ending.
ending. Yeah.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
okay. He steps outside the door.
Yeah.
He's made his first step. He remembered
Yep.
how far he's gone, how far he's come, and his past, and that he can actually make a change. Now
Right.
it's going to take time.
Yep.
He's not
It's
going to
gonna
be
be
an
hard.
entirely different person. It's going to be tough.
Yep.
But okay, it starts with a step.
Right. There
Here
are
we go.
people that love him and he loves them, and hey, one of them is in danger. So,
Yeah.
well, potentially in danger.
Yeah.
Definitely
and so-
seemed like it from what we saw from the
Yeah,
vision. But
in some ways, what I really like about this is that Rudeus seems to be not necessarily like going after any specific person here.
Mm-hmm.
But if he is going after somebody based on the evidence that we've seen, he's probably going to bump into Sylphie first.
right.
Given that she's also the only person that's alive from the old days that he hasn't really reconnected with that isn't Zenith. So
Well, yeah, like he has. I don't think he's actually run into Roxy,
no, he hasn't run into Roxy. That's true.
but
That's
they've
true.
come close to bumping into each
Yeah,
other
yeah, that-
quite a few times.
Yeah, I think that's more what I mean. Yeah. Sylphie, who knows where she's been throughout the story
Right.
thus far. So yeah,
So cool, and yeah, we know where Zenith is, but he doesn't know where Zenith is because it's a medieval society and information is a bitch.
and while we do have a scrying demon
Yeah.
emperor Kishirisu helping out Roxy, I fucking love the idea that while they've scoured the demon continent, it's like, okay, no, actually, all the people that you're potentially looking for are on the opposite side of the world.
Right.
And it's like, fuck, okay,
Yeah.
well, I guess closest person to Zenith right now is Geese, which is a fun little reminder that, yes, Geese did go to the Begarit continent, which is cool.
There's still that part of me that's like, is there more to Geese than meets the eye?
Well, yeah, Geese going in the right direction when I think he said he was specifically going to look for Zenith. It's like,
Right.
that might be something.
Now,
but
it
to be
makes
fair,
sense.
he doesn't seem to be prepared for the journey.
Yeah, he
My man here was like, I need some water. If only
shit.
Rudeus was with me.
Right. Yeah. But, okay, the majority of the episode focuses on the fact that Rudy now has to, deal with the situation that he was in at the beginning of the show and by himself.
Yep.
I love that so much.
Yep.
And even though there are a bunch of people that would love to help him,
Yep.
and there are a bunch of people that, have the opportunity to go and try and help him.
Sure.
Right? Like, Roxy running into Kishirisu. No. Even when she sees this, or doesn't see, but is told of the state you're in, she fully believes that you'll be able to handle it.
Yep.
Because you are not, even though Roxy didn't meet the old you,
Yeah.
you're not the same person you used to be, Rudy.
Well said. Yep.
And people can change. You've been seeing it happen, not just with yourself, but with everyone you've been traveling with over the course of this story. Paul changed. Eris changed. Roxy changed.
Yep.
Ruijerd changed.
Yep.
So you've changed too.
Yep.
And I love that it was a situation where he ended up having the person come in and be like, hey, by the way, we could really use your help since you're a powerful mage and all of that stuff, and we are short on food and tents and and no, I'm not telling you to get lost, but
But you're not the only one suffering.
yeah.
I love how much this is just set up for Rudeus to have his slow struggle of a journey to then go back out into the world again. And by recontextualizing it as basically him getting a second chance, as if he had gone back in time to an earlier point in his life and been able to go outside,
Right.
because of,
That's
having
the-
that extra chance.
Right.
That is a beautiful way to put this here, because now it's like he's saving his past self too.
Yep. Exactly.
So, really, really beautiful stuff.
Beautiful stuff. And I got to say, I love that. This is a relatively small detail in the grand scheme of things, but one of the reasons why I loved Kishirisu's appearance in this episode is not just because it was comical, right? Because it was, but it progressed the story in the ways where it was helpful, right? Of like, where is Zenith? Okay, we can now go on a mission to find her. But it didn't solve any of the conflicts,
No.
right? Rudy still had to deal with it on his own.
Yep.
This is such a wonderful win that we wouldn't have been able to have if Roxy had actually gone to see Rudy.
Yeah,
Right.
and it would have taken her too long to get
Totally.
there anyway.
Yeah.
So.
But that's just one of those things that I really like. And then she just tumbleweed is gone, and there you go. Awesome.
Yep. This is so fun to have basically a lot of characters in tons of different locations, and because we've actually spent time going to all those locations before, we get extra attachment to seeing them there, and then bumping into like old, old adventurers that we used to remember, that we ended up saving from, like the big beasts and stuff.
You met the actual dead end, Whoa.
No way.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then also seeing Eris again after what happened in the previous episode was really cool, because she feels really confident in that Rudeus is going to be okay. But she also brought up an area where she felt insufficient because of what happened with Orsted.
And
that was looming over her head and her heart over the course of this time, because once she and Rudeus had their intimate moment, she realized how much Rudeus needed to be protected and that she wasn't capable of that.
Well, and that probably went back even before then, because like, and I can't believe I didn't put two and two together of like, oh yeah, they fight Orsted and all this crazy stuff happens, and then suddenly in the next episode a lot of things change. You know, it's like, yeah, that did absolutely terrify Eris, and it's not something that she would just forget about.
Right, even though there was definitely like weeks of travel time.
Yeah, exactly. Right. That's a near-death experience that will absolutely change the way that you see the world, right? Yeah. And so then it only makes sense that it would also change the way that she sees her relationship with Rudy, because she wasn't able to help him there, right? Yeah. Like, they were spared. They did not, they did not get by on their own merit, right?
Nope.
So
not at all.
Yeah, it's only natural she would want to train a lot more with Ghislaine and get strong enough to beat the dragon god. Eris, you are incredible. And that...
Oh, Eris, yes.
Yeah.
Gunbate.
Yep, you go, girl.
Yeah, you go. Yeah, but all right. Ghislaine, take care of her. Mm-hmm. She's going to need it. But also, okay. If we're getting focus on Sylphie, we could be literally going back to the start, but having a little bit of a time skip where the first new party member essentially will be Sylphie.
Yep.
Which is what it might have been if, he had...
If all the cataclysm hadn't happened.
Yeah, all the cataclysm hadn't happened. Yeah, exactly. So, okay. Now, to be fair...
Or, yeah, he was already
shipped off to
house,
apprentice with Ghislaine. But... I would very much like to see those two reunite now that they're a lot more mature. Now that there's also not going to be as much of a dependency thing going on. But also just the idea that she's probably at this point pretty good spellcaster.
Oh yeah,
which means that okay, they could end up bonding over the course of being like, hey, so we need to figure out magic, but even more so, we need to figure out like traversal magic. We need to figure out magic that'll enable us to move around this world a lot faster, because there's a lot of people out there that I want to see, but I don't want to run the risk that I never see a bunch of them again, because it's inconvenient to travel and stuff, and it's tricky to find people when they're all moving at the same time.
Learn that sending spell and overland flight.
Exactly, all that kind of shit.
Yeah,
I'm like, yes, let's do that. Let's go to magic school. Really excited about that. The stuff with Zenith, though.
Yeah.
Zenith seems to be underground in some kind of a labyrinth of sorts. It's like, okay. But not just that. There's some kind of crystalline dragon thing down there.
It certainly seems to be.
Okay, but then also just the idea that Zenith being in some kind of underground labyrinth place sounds really terrifying. If she was actually like stuck in a place like that, I would say that she wasn't teleported there, because she would have died of starvation or something, or what have you. So why is she there?
Well, I get the feeling that she could have. So
she could be just teleported to that continent.
I think there's a decent chance that she's there against her will. Whether it's because she's trapped in some crazy underground labyrinth, or she's been taken captive by some crystal dragon thing, or who knows? Any number of things. But it very much feels like it's you'll need to go through a dungeon to rescue your mom.
Okay, it feels to me more like they're setting up a thing of where Roxy is going to have to go with her party through a dungeon.
Totally. Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
I was thinking that maybe it could be something where, like, Rudy ends up going through all the stuff with the university, since he's kind of already over there, and by the time Roxy gets around to the Begarit continent, that, Rudy has figured things out that, like, okay, Zenith's not up here. I don't know. Yeah, if Rudy meets up with Roxy somehow, awesome. Maybe some magic stuff he learns at the university could help with him traversing the distance
or something.
Yeah, exactly. Right. Yeah, he learns how to scry, and then he's like, okay, cool. That's that could be a specific goal while he's there, so then he can find Zenith.
Mechanically, there is a reason as to why he can do that, because he also has the demon eye.
That's true.
Which means, on some level, he kind of could theoretically learn that. Maybe. Well, I don't know.
Yeah,
maybe that's something Kishirisa can do because she's got it like naturally or something. I don't know.
Yeah, a different kind of eye or something, right?
Yeah.
Which also the fact that Roxy could have gotten an actual demon eye
Came this close too.
Came this close, but no, she's like, hey, can you find the Grey Rat family?
Yeah.
Awesome.
No, I loved seeing Lilia and Aisha reunite with Paul because while Aisha's like a kid now, like she was a baby back then, so she's a baby.
Yep.
So she doesn't know a lot of the pain, the trauma as much that her mother went through.
Exactly.
But the point when Lilia just has that moment of like smiling of like we're reunited, but then also the burden's off me. God, I need to cry. Like, please, like, let me just be weak for a second here. And it's just like, that's good. That's some good shit. Because
hits you right in the kokoro.
Yeah. They're a family that's gone through a whole bunch of shit, but nothing like. There's nothing that prepares you for something like this. So,
Nope.
All right, slowly but surely getting our happy ending for a lot of the side characters as we bring everybody back together. The stuff with the apprentice Zenoba or Zenoba, like that was such a lovely bit of levity that we didn't even really need, but it was like, all right, yes, sure.
Really touched on everybody.
Yeah.
There you go.
But I think the one that made me the most like wholesomely smile was actually Ruijerd.
Yeah, well,
the moment where they're like, "Oh, you're a spurt? Oh, I never met one. Oh my god!"
That was.
And he's just got this awkward smile plastered on his face, just like,
yeah.
Wait, you guys aren't scared of me? Like, no, wait, maybe if I was a kid, I would be scared, but no, of course not. Just like,
that was we needed that, especially after just the goodbye with Ruijerd in the previous episode
and the thank yous for everything that he's done.
I cannot wait for the second season.
I can't either.
It's also one of those things where, like, now that the season is over, it's something where I'm now finding myself with the show's over, void, all that stuff.
Yep.
Only way to fill the void is to get other people to watch it, and it's like, okay, how do I best get people to watch this show and be able to be open to experiencing the wonderful stuff that is in here, right? Because I know that this show isn't going to be for everybody, right? But it's so damn good.
It's really good,
like,
yeah. Yeah, I feel like it's actually a really good anime for people that have experienced a lot of isekai and actually want to like see an isekai character go on a really strong arc. I think that's something really special about this show, is that in some ways it's a really good exploration of what makes for potentially powerful drama through the structure of an isekai. And a lot of people, I think, don't necessarily get that in their everyday isekai. So, maybe you've seen ReZero, and that's like your top end isekai before watching Mushoku Tensei. And I totally get it. I think ReZero is in a class of its own when it comes to isekai, because it's such a twist on all that stuff.
Yeah.
But Mushoku Tensei feels classic. It feels like it's in some ways touching upon the quintessential aspects of what makes the Lord of the Rings wondrous, but also it touches upon the harder character drama aspects of a slower show with way more intimate emotional moments. And yet it's also just really gorgeous, funny, and whimsical, and exciting.
Right, like I feel like
I think it just has a little bit of everything.
With since you brought up ReZero, with something like ReZero, I'm like, yes, this is a fantastic isekai, right?
Yeah.
With this show, I kind of find myself forgetting that it's an isekai. Like because isekai doesn't have to be a bad thing, of course, but the fact that he has been transported to this world is is so fundamental to the character conflict that like
you're like you've been experiencing too many isekai where they forgot everything about the other world after episode 1. So actually, in some ways, this is more isekai than isekai is.
Exactly.
Because it's actually about the...
right. And they just...
Yeah.
It blows me away because there's something about the fantasy elements being able to highlight rather than distract from the down-to-earth character struggles. You have someone who went through a horrific experience at school, shut down, all that stuff.
Yeah.
Turns into an outcast. How do you recover from that, right? What does that have to do with magic and dragons? Well, on paper it doesn't seem like much, but hey, here you go.
Here you go.
Right?
Story focusing on that. Yeah.
Yeah, and it just
and we
blows me away.
And we got a lot of stuff in this episode focusing on the aspects of his bullying and where a lot of the mechanics of that, started and stuff, getting some details there.
Something as simple as just saying like, hey, don't cut in line.
Yeah, don't cut in line. They end up, dragging him into the basketball court, beating him over and over again with the basketball. And then they're like, no, you know what, this isn't enough. So then they escalate things to stripping him naked and tying him to the fence.
Gotcha.
And that traumatizes him. So, okay, now we have his parents who are like, oh, hell yeah, we'll go to war for you. Or,
we'll get those fuckers expelled, yeah.
But it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Damage done.
He doesn't want vengeance.
Nope.
He doesn't want justice even.
Yeah.
He wants to go back to the way things were before.
And how can
you can't.
Right,
yeah,
exactly.
You can't do that.
Yeah,
and in some ways, I love how perfect they set this all up by basically saying in the very beginning of the episode, that's not how this works. You don't go back to the way things were.
Right.
You go and you till the ground again. You grab your seeds.
Yep.
Cast it into the earth, and you basically bring life out of death.
Right.
You go through the process.
Yep.
And hey, grow big and strong.
Right.
And you have to have a little bit of hope, a little bit of belief, in that. Hey, it's not going to be easy, and some of you may die, but it is a sacrifice I'm willing to make.
Yeah.
So I really feel like that setup in the very first scene, or not the very first scene, but in the very beginning of the episode, was a cool way to say, yeah, all the interactions, all the seeds, if you will, that were cast along the journey are going to bear something.
Right.
And we'll get to experience that later.
And the other thing that I loved about how it was set up is that his parents couldn't help him back then because they could try and be supportive and everything, but it really still did have to come from him. He had to face what happened and everything, right? In this situation here, it's a similar thing. No one is coming to help him, but the thing that ends up helping him realize that he does have the strength to go outside, right? To start over.
Yeah.
Is an interaction with someone else.
Yep.
Right? It's, Zenith saying, I love you.
Yep.
Right? And so he's like, okay, all right, I can do this. And I love that.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah. So, all right, that's season 1. All right. Y'all, thank you so much for watching this episode's reaction and discussion. If you want to see the first episode's reaction of the next show we're going to watch right now, though, go check out the link in the description below for our Patreon. You can get an early access there. You can watch full-length timer reactions there, and all this comes with Discord access, so you can chat with us in the community there about this show, about anime in general, and also be sure to check out our Twitch channel.
We stream every weekday. The info's in the description.
Yeah, so if any of that interests you, we'll see you there. But until then, we're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we'll see you all next time.